you've been thinking about which modifier you should start out with. So what we did today is we went ahead and bought all of them, and we're going to test them here on this video. So I have the Godox. I lied. This is a Glow 42-inch Easy Lock Beauty Dish. We have the 36-inch Quick Softbox by Easy Glow, and then we have this 7-foot umbrella as well that we're going to be testing out. And also, I got a guest photographer with me today. Switch in the building. So let's go ahead and test all these out so you don't have to.
Today we're going to be using the MS300, which is probably the most cost-efficient light that you can get for in studio. It is corded. It is not a wireless strobe, so you do have to plug it in, but it does give you 300 watts of power, so that should work pretty well.
So the softbox that we're using, like we said, is 36-inch Outa Quick Softbox. This is by Glow, which is an Adorama company, and they market it as Easy Lock. So what I'm gonna try to do today is I'm gonna try to focus on using the same power like amount of power coming out of this light in the same position with the same camera settings every single time, so that you guys can truly see a difference as we are shooting it. So we're gonna first dial in the shot to make sure the settings and stuff are right, and then we'll take a couple different shots. I want to show you guys the headshot version. I want to show you guys a mid, and then I want to show you guys how this may affect on a full. And we may have to change it depending on the different versions of like how we doing the shots. But we're gonna definitely dial it in and get it right, and then we'll be able to show you guys exactly how it looks. The first thing we're going to do is we are going to test out this softbox. Like I told you guys, I want to get it at 3 different angles, like a close headshot vibe, medium shot, and wide shot. I think let's start off with the close one,
All right,
like
cool.
a beauty type shot real quick. No, these are like kind of like real, but yeah. So whatever you give for right now.
There we go. I ain't mean to do that. I ain't know yours was gonna touch. It's gonna be like a close.
Mm-hmm.
What you shooting with, 50 millimeter?
Yeah.
Yep, good. 1, 2, and
So you can see the close shot. And usually with the rule is like the bigger the softbox, the more softer the light is going to be. So with this softbox, it's not super small, but when I show you the other ones compared to this one, you'll be able to tell the difference. But I mean, it still looks good. Like if you like, what you think?
A good thing to look at is the shadows. So you can tell how soft or how harsh the light is based on the shadows. So if you're looking at the shadows, like that's coming from her hand, you can see the edges of the shadows. They're kind of blurry. They're a little bit soft. And so that's a good way to be able to tell how harsh the light is, and kind of look at the shadows based on each different modifier that we use. Mm-hmm. So that's a good telltale way to see how harsh the light is or how soft it is.
Facts. And let's do the medium shot. Show them with the medium joint.
Let's see. We're gonna go with one of these.
This way.
Switch sides. Yep. Bring the other hand across the waist. No, not maternity. Like, there you go.
Maternity is crazy.
There we go. 1, 2, and
that's a nice shot.
Yep.
Well, how would you break down this one right here? Looking at the mid shot. This would be the mid shot.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see, like you said, the shadows. Of course, we got the light on camera left.
Yeah.
So the camera left is going to be brighter than, her body on the left side is going to be brighter than her body on the right side.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see the shadow over here. And this is a great background. So the background is kind of popping up as well. The gray background is popping up as well. But when you're looking at this, what you thinking about?
Just again, so we're using, this is the small, we started from smallest to largest. So right now we got the smallest modifier on here. And I can tell the shadows under the chin or on her left side, our right side, the shadows are a little bit rigid, a little bit more harsh.
Right there.
Yep, the shadows up under the chin. And so granted, she is facing straight towards the camera. There's no angle or anything like that. So the shadows are a little bit more harsh on her left side or right side.
Mm-hmm. And let's try a full body too. So this is gonna be a full body shot. I mean, that still look good though.
Yeah, it definitely look good. It gives you some contrast, which again, depending on photography is subjective. Depending on
Sure.
what you're trying to accomplish, it gives you some contrast.
How would you explain contrast like at third grade reading level?
Contrast is the difference between the difference between highlights and shadows. So that 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 variation between highlights and shadows. So it could be the difference in your photo being flat, which means there's not a wide enough variation, or your photo being contrasty or vibrant or punchy or whatever you want to call it,
Gotcha.
where your subject seems to be separate, or stand out a little more from the environment. Yep.
And I will say, you guys, we are using the Godox MS300. He mentioned that this is one of the most budget-friendly lights. So the bigger the number, you got Godox 8600, 8400, 8200, MS300, 8800. The bigger the number, the more power that light is going to put out. So I believe if we put a 600 on here with the exact same settings, it probably would look different than with the 300 on here, just because it's going to push out like more wattage from the light as well. And I want to talk about our settings too. So we had 1/125 on the shutter speed, 5.6 on the f-stop or aperture, and then 100 on the ISO.
Right.
And I believe the light is going to be, I wear a size 11, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5.
Yep.
Feet away from the 5 feet, like actual feet, I guess, from the model. And then she is about
about 4 feet off the background.
3, about 4 feet off the background. So that's something to consider when we doing this. But now that we have done the softbox, let's go ahead and throw the beauty dish on there so you guys can see the difference on which one to do. All right, so the next modifier we're going to be using is the beauty dish. So this is a 42-inch beauty dish with a silver lining. So the lining is going to be very important. Actually, Chris, can you come give me a handheld perspective? Especially beauty dishes in particular, they can come with silver lining or white lining. White lining is going to make your light be softer than with silver lining. I typically go for silver lining beauty dishes because I like the way, I don't know the photography terms for it, and you guys know with the videos we do, I kind of dumb it down. I love the way it makes the face look. It makes the face look nice and sharp and defined compared to if I got a silver lining, it makes the shot look softer. So with my beauty dish, anytime I'm using a beauty dish, I want to see jawline, I want to see cheek structure, I want to see everything. So I decided to get the silver lining beauty dish instead of the white lining beauty dish. So we're gonna take a couple shots with this one, starting off with the headshot with the beauty dish, and we're keeping the exact same settings and everything when we shoot it. I mean, look at the difference of the shots.
Definitely a big difference.
So this is going to be the first shot with the beauty dish, and then this is the headshot with the softbox. So that's softbox. This is softbox, I believe, right? Yeah, this is softbox. And then this is beauty dish. Is there any difference you see? Like, what difference do you feel like you see between the two?
Definitely. So we're dealing with a bigger modifier, especially in perspective to the subject. Call them subject is so weird. Especially in perspective to Ozzy. We're dealing with a bigger modifier, which means it covers a bigger area, right? So if you go back and forth between the two, you'll notice that the background is way more well lit from the same distance. She's standing in the same spot, but your modifier is bigger, which means it covers her. And then it also hits the background a lot more. So now you have that light gray background versus the more toned down version that the softbox used.
Yeah, and this is exact same settings, exact same light placement as best as possible. I think a great point he made is just the modifier is bigger. So when you get that bigger modifier, it is going to spread more light,
right?
Than if you had a smaller modifier. So I think this is a 6-inch difference between the two. But this is still technically bigger, which means you're going to get a more maybe even spread or something, they say.
So yep, and also something to look at is the difference between. You hold that for me.
Yeah.
So depth. The reason this one is a little more powerful is because of how deep these are.
This light is harsher, or since it's deeper, what? Or
Deeper.
Not deeper.
Deeper the box, softer the light as well. Traveling more.
You learn something new every day.
Yeah. So Beauty Dish is giving a little, is giving more light, but also a little bit more harsh light.
Okay.
Even though it's a bigger surface area, it's less room for the light to bounce around in here. So it's going to be more powerful when it comes back out. So deep box means light bouncing certain amount of distance into the box, back out.
Back out.
Shallow, it don't go. It gonna go as far before it comes back out.
True that. That's a good take. So that's probably why people use beauty dishes to get that more of the punchier look, as they say.
Yeah.
Let's try mid. We're gonna do a mid shot, IG.
And here we go. 1, 2.
Yeah.
So this is a mid shot.
Called Peaky.
Mid shot. What you thinking? I see it's coming. So this is mid shot with the beauty dish.
Yep.
And then this is mid shot with the softbox. All the settings are still the same. Everything is exactly the same. But when you look at these, what difference do you kind of see?
So similar to the closer or the head shot, the closer up shot, is that you notice the biggest difference in that background, the spill, coming from the sides of the softball. I mean, the sides of the beauty dish. You notice that the background is much more brighter, and the shadows. You can even see the shadow might be a touch more softer.
Yeah.
Than the softbox.
Softbox. Can you break down spill? Like
so spill pretty much speaks to how far or how wide your light goes. So if I'm shooting, so say if the light is coming from here, spill just refers to how far out the light goes. And so if you put a grid on it and you try to control spill, it'll go from going out this wide to this wide.
Okay.
So that's pretty much what spill is, if I could explain it in layman's terms.
Got you. So we see the bigger the softbox or the bigger the modifier, all these are modifiers, like more even the light is or more brighter it is? What would you
Bigger
say?
the modifier, softer the light is, but also the more it spills.
Got you. Let's try full body with this one as well. Same position and everything. These are actually some good pictures. Like if you, I wouldn't be surprised if you like, no, I want that. Okay, so this is the beauty dish. This is the beauty dish.
Full body.
Full body. And then this is the softbox full body. Beauty dish.
Yep.
Softbox. I mean, you guys let me know in the comments which one y'all are feeling right now based on what you see. Comment in real time for me in the chat, because for me, I like this. I like this one more than I like this one. But I think depending on your shooting style,
absolutely,
this one may be your preference over this one. I more so have a clean and bright style, compared to a more darker and more moody is what they call this. But when you think, like, what would be your pick?
I like my shots brighter, cleaner, punchier. So mine would be with the beauty dish. But I wouldn't be opposed to a more cinematic, moody, slightly darker,
True
it
that.
just depends. You're just splitting hairs really, but it depends on what your style is, what your preference is.
And I think too, you guys, if we moved her on this is the softbox shot. If we would have just moved her closer, she would have been more lit. But also that means the background would have been darker.
Yep.
So, and not that go over that law today. That's you today.
So the inverse square law speaks to distance between subject in correlation to distance between light and subject, and then subject and background. Y'all would have to look it up. It's weird, but
it is.
So for instance, actually, Audrey, can you step up a little bit? Yeah, a little bit more. Yeah. So you see, the closer she gets, the brighter she gets, but the darker the background gets. That's the inverse square law.
Yeah. So we had her stand all the way back.
Yep. Go back some. Yep. There you go.
Whew.
Yep. So the
She's
further
dark.
back she gets, the background is well lit, but she's darker.
Yeah.
Because she's further away from the light.
Yeah. It's kind of like the subject is going to provide a like blockage to how much light can hit the background. So of course, the closer you pull the model or your client to the light, the less light is going to be able to spill to the background because the subject, that word is crazy. The model is blocking the light from hitting the background. So that's something to keep in mind when you're doing shoots. Yep. Is the distance between the model, the light, and also your background as well.
Or just fall off in general. So light has fall off over distance. So even if she wasn't standing there, the further we move the light from the background, the darker the background will be. The closer we move it, the brighter the background will be.
True that. All right, we're gonna throw in the last modifier, which is the umbrella. And at the end, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys know which one we feel like you should use for what use case, so you can make a better judgment on which modifier you should go and buy right now. And I also want to take the time to let you know that if you are a portrait photographer who does about 1 to 10 studio shoots a month, and you feel like you're at the point where you can take it down too, you at the point where you want to finally get that clean studio look that clients pay $200 or more for, I want to invite you to Lightwork Live. Lightwork Live is an in-person, hands-on photography event where we reveal to you the exact 3-step method you can implement to walk into any studio and have the confidence to execute whatever lighting setup that you want to implement based on what your client wants, or maybe something you saw on Instagram. So the link is going to be on the description. Or if you watch it on TV, we might just go ahead and put it on like a QR code on the screen type junk. We'll get sweet with it. And we're going to go ahead and throw in this modifier, which is the last one, the 7-foot umbrella. All right, so now we are putting on the biggest one of them all. Let me just back for demonstration purposes of how big this thing is. This is huge. I can even do like this up under it. I probably could wrap my whole body in it if I tried. But this is a 7-foot or 6-foot.
6 foot.
That's how big it is. It's gonna knock on my laptop. A 6-foot umbrella. You got it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's even covering up the videographer right now. It's that big that he has to walk around it to, I guess, get it. But this right here is probably going to be. No, I'm not gonna say my opinion yet. I'm just gonna shoot with it and be unbiased right now until the end. But I believe, based on what we tell you guys at the end about these 3 modifiers, you will be able to make a decision on which one you could purchase. Because I already know you on Google, you on Amazon, you on YouTube. You probably didn't watch 3 to 5 videos on, should I get this softbox or this beauty dish or this umbrella? So I like to keep it raw and uncut for you so you can see exactly which one it is, okay? This last modifier is going to be the 7-foot umbrella, and we're going to go ahead and test out this one right now. Same setting, same placement of light as well. And we're going to go ahead and test.
Come up a little bit.
Yeah.
Right about there, yep.
And we're keeping the same model placement as best as possible too. So we're going to start with that headshot first. You guys can see.
Can't beat it.
Can't beat it. I mean, what can I say? This is Softbox.
Right.
This is Beauty Dish. And then this is going to be Umbrella.
Mm-hmm.
What could you say? Everything. I mean, the umbrella just spreads the light more because it's just huge. Like,
yeah.
This is huge. This is a huge modifier, and it's even. It just looks good, and I'm just lost for words What you got to say about this modifier?
You notice that the shadows are the softest out of the three.
Yeah.
A big difference with this modifier is the size, but also the position of the light. So with the other modifiers, the light was still, even though it's using a modifier, the light is still facing the subject in itself. With this umbrella, you have to actually point the light into the umbrella in order for it to work. So
True.
it's bouncing light, it's literally bouncing light inside of there first and then back out. With the modifiers, I mean with the softbox and the beauty dish, the light and the modifier are pointed at the subject. So you still have to put some diffusion between the light and the subject
Correct.
in order to create, so the light is not too hard. With this one, you bounce the light out, which gives it that really nice, soft, even look, and it makes the shadows even softer.
I just peeped something you said. You said that with the other ones, you're pointing it out. It's pointed out.
Yes. So
Okay.
hold this real quick. So for example, the light goes here, right? And this is still pointed. Can you see this? The light goes here, and this is still pointed at your subject. All right, Aji. So the light goes here, and it's still facing. So you're getting direct light going straight to your subject, even though it's bouncing around inside of the modifier. Versus the umbrella, which the light is actually turned backwards in order to bounce light into the umbrella and then back out. So it's a little more diffusion that way versus the diffusion that goes on inside of here. It's a little bit different.
That's a good breakdown. And it's like the light got to shoot in there and they got to spin around and then they got to come back the other way. Then they got to go through this.
Yeah.
And then they got to fall off to her as well. Let's do that mid shot.
Yep.
And I want to hear in real time, if you guys can drop in the chat, which one do you guys feel like is winning for you so far? Like, which one are you thinking about purchasing based on what you are seeing with it?
Yeah,
That's
tough.
clean. That's a nice great background too.
So with it, the biggest difference with this shot is that you notice that shadow that you had on the background
Over here
is gone. For the most part, it's gone. So you compare it to your beauty dish shot where you see the shadow, right? It's prominent, and then your softbox shot.
That's gonna be nope.
The mirror, yep, where you see that shadow as well. Compared to the 6-foot umbrella, that shadow is practically gone.
Yeah, it's definitely gone.
Which gives you, even though shadows give you depth, you still your subject still doesn't look flat. But that shadow is still like it's there, but it's blurred out. It's so soft that you really can't even tell. You wouldn't be able to make out what created the shadow.
True that. And I think we also had to consider we're at the light camera left. Typically, we may shoot
with this overhead,
stand,
almost
over the head,
center,
with the light being in the center, to where it's really gonna evenly light all of this.
Yeah.
Instead, let's do the full body too, so they can see. Your feet hurt yet?
She took them shoes off.
Barefoot, okay. Do your thing. I'm about to give you some props, but
here we go. 1, 2.
That's nice. Yeah, it's
now the shadow pops back up a little bit on the floor though.
On the floor, correct.
Yeah.
Correct. And that's because once again we are camera left with the whole setup. I'm pretty sure if we put this in the middle, the shadow would either not be there,
disappear,
or literally be falling behind her, kind of like down here, maybe. And this is all one light too. We haven't.
Yeah.
All one light. Haven't changed the settings. Same spot. Model in the same spot. Everything. So I think, it's best that we kind of tell them when you would use each, maybe, or when they should possibly. When would you use each?
So giving up some of my trade secrets, the 6-foot umbrella is actually my go-to in studio. This doesn't leave my light stand. However, I would use a beauty dish for headshots, just because headshots are about detail. Headshots are about a particular part, a particular area of the body. So I would use a beauty dish for headshots, or even a bust mid waist up. I would use the softbox for certain moods. I would use that for if I'm trying to create a more um if I'm trying to create a more moody shot, I would use the softbox. But I use the softbox probably the least. And for typical, I ain't gonna say typical, but for regular everyday studio portrait work,
Yeah.
I use the 6 foot umbrella.
6 foot
It's
umbrella.
just the way I like my shots. That's
Mhm.
that's what I would do.
Yeah. And I think I'm the same with him. Umbrella is kind of like the go-to. When I shoot beauty brands, well, I got two use cases. When I shoot beauty brands who want more commercial style is like white background. They're putting these products on their Shopify site
Mhm.
and they want it to look clean and they want to be able to do this use case to where they can take the photo of the model and place it on a different background or put it on a graphic or put it on a big banner. I typically go big old umbrella for that type of shot. When I work with beauty brands who want to be more editorial is just the opposite of commercial, which is going to be a little bit more creative. So we may
Mhm.
use colors, different special effects on the background, stuff like that. I typically go beauty dish because that type of brand, they want a more punchier look in the face. And since they want a more punchier look in the face, I need to use a modifier that can give me a more punchier look. And although the umbrella is a great one for that, for a clean look, it wouldn't be my best for the punchier look. So I
Mhm.
would go for the beauty dish. So in my case, as a beauty photographer, umbrella, clean commercial. Literally, one of my clients was like, I don't like color background. She said, I just want white and black. Perfect. I
Mhm.
got you. Well, I got other clients like, I want to be creative. I want to do something different. Nope. I got you here. So that would be my use case. I never use a softbox. I'm just gonna be honest. I used a softbox when I first started because that's all I knew. And then I got introduced to these things and I stopped
Mhm.
using the softbox. So I don't use the softbox at all. But do you think it's important for them to know how to use all of them
Um,
when they
I
first
do.
get started?
So one of the biggest things for me, when I'm doing any workshops or anything like that, is if you know the rules, the more you know the rules, the easier it is for you to break the rules. And so if you ever want to get creative, if you ever want to do just different things, if you know what you want to create, then you have to know what the rules are in order for you to break them. Otherwise,
Yes.
you're just not shooting with intention. You're just kind of going out there and winging it. So knowing what each and every modifier does can help you when you want to create exactly what you want to create.
True that.
Because even when you think of the size of the modifiers, like there are beauty dishes that are way smaller than that,
For
that
sure.
literally only focus on the face. It only like the face. And if you want to add different lights, you don't want one light source to wash out the other light source or be too big or things like that. If you know these things, then you're able to manipulate the rules a lot more in your advantage. So learn what they do, play with them, experience them, get shots up, and figure out what they do. That way you can manipulate the rules to your advantage.
For sure. So I think it's up to you guys now to drop in the chat below which modifier are you considering grabbing? And if you sign up for Lightwork Live, you also get a gear guide based on all budgets as a free bonus with your ticket. So if you want like the exact, what's the links of what I get? If you sign up for Lightwork Live, you'll be able to grab that. But I want to hear in the comments below which one you guys are thinking about grabbing. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Good job, team.